I've customised boots for the likes of Marcus Rashford, Declan Rice, Marc Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, Darwin Núñez, and many more to come. No one else in the world will have the exact same shoe as what I create. That's why I get the celebrities and the footballers coming to me. It's been a bit hectic because I was in my studio, get the text that he's available today. He just told me that he's ready, can't wait to see him, and hand him over the special pair of boots.
Players always want their boots for yesterday, but I try to get it done as quickly as possible because they want their boots, I want to see them wearing the boots, and they might want it for a specific fixture. Player that I'm working with today is Willian, who people might know from his career at Chelsea and had a couple wonderful seasons at Fulham. So hopefully this fresh pair of customs will be on the pitch.
So how it all works is I'll get a message from a footballer, obviously asking for a customised pair of boots. Some may have some sort of idea of what they want, some will have no clue.
Brazilians are known for being out there and skillful, having a bit of flair. So I created this design. I wanted to be able to express the skill that I have, but it was just a little bit too much for him. So this was where we started, and now we've toned it down a little bit, and now it's where it is now.
The first player that I saw wear the boots was Ismail Assar, and he was at Watford at the time. I knew he was wearing them and I was like, please score, please score, please score. And I think he might score twice. Got some amazing shots of him scoring in the customs, so a really nice feeling. I worked in Nike retail for just under 2 years and got given loads of shoes. I just took it upon myself to start customising at home. My first pair was up here. Plain white pair of Air Force, and I just started doodling on them. I then made a small portfolio that I took to different brands. Didn't hear from them, you know, it was like punch after punch, getting knocked down, and quite difficult to have so many knockdowns and keeping that belief. I then took it back to Nike and they responded with, why have you not shown us this before? They gave me the space of the cube inside of Nike Town London for me to start customising Air Force Ones for customers. We had the likes of Mason Mount and Phil Foden come in for their England debuts, so I got to do a pair for both of them. We had Georgia Smith, Skepta come in. After the Nike work finished, I then went on to a number of different brands, and then maybe 6 months later, I had Adidas ask me to customise some superstars at their FIFA 20 launch. That was after collaborating with Anthony Joshua to design a football pitch for FIFA 20. And at the FIFA 20 launch, they invited me to customise trainers for the likes of Declan Rice, Hudson-Odoi, Ian Wright and Kaka. I had these players standing right in front of me and I had to take the opportunity to speak to them, so it was just having a really nice friendly chat. Declan Rice was there. We spoke about customising his football boots, and within 2 weeks after the event I messaged him on Instagram, and that was it. I customised Declan Rice's boots and then it just snowballed. I get messages on a daily basis. It's just fitting it all in. I'm a one-man team. Sometimes I will get messages from footballers wanting them for their next fixture, so it's a bit of a rush turnaround. It's a pretty fast-paced business that I've got, but it gives me a buzz. So I come to shops like this just to get a feel for all the boots that I'm working on. I've obviously got several orders going through at the same time, so it's great to come to a place like this where I can see them, get a feel for the materials, the surface area, how high the sole plate comes up. You know, it saves me time as well. Once the boots come to me, I know exactly what I'm going to be working on. And yeah, it just speeds up that process. I think my favourite pair I've done was for Enzo Fernandez. Obviously being a Chelsea fan, I get that direct message from him and I'm like, whoa. He just won the World Cup with Argentina. He knew he wanted an Argentine theme, and the first design I sent through, he absolutely loved it. And he was like, let's do it. You know, I get sent photographs of them wearing it, but when I'm watching a game on TV, and I see them as well, and also being invited to games and watching the players that I've worked with wearing the boots, can't beat the feeling. So this is the Nike Mercurial boot, although it's not the pure white that we've got for Willian, it's the similar upper. So I'm just looking at how smooth it is, where I can paint, where's best to paint, how low the sock line comes down. I do like to collect shirts for each pair I work with, so hoping these guys have... You got any Chelsea shirts? So I've got a feel of what the boot's gonna feel like and look like. Hopefully they arrive soon and then I can get straight to it. The inspiration of my work comes from my background of pencil work. I met an artist along the way called Kelvin Okafor. Kelvin's work is beyond the ordinary. He does incredible portraits with extreme amounts of detail, and that's the attention to detail that I took into my work.
Can I see some of the work you're working on?
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
Of the footballers?
Absolutely. So within the pencil work world, I've done a piece here for Declan Rice, which was given to him just before he went to the World Cup.
Oh, brilliant.
Thierry Henry I've done for Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea, and then I've obviously taken that skill to apply it onto football boots.
Amazing.
So done the likes of, you know, Alex Iwobi, Raheem Sterling, Mark Cucurella. I've even done boots for Usain Bolt for Soccer Aid.
No way. No way,
Yeah.
bro.
I think a pinch me moment was when I did work with Kaka. I remember players queuing up to meet him, and at that moment I was like, okay, this is professional footballers wanting to meet their idol. I mean, I grew up watching Kaka as well, you know, that Brazilian team with Ronaldinho, Kaka, Rivaldo. And I remember his manager coming up to me saying, I hear you've got a pair of trainers for Kaka. So then being able to present that to him in person as well was, yeah, that was a pinch me moment. So I had a request from a player to just change the colour of the Adidas coppers. So I'm just adding a little bit of detail to the already gold colourway. The business has changed my life completely. I think it shows what's possible. Me working in retail for over 8 years, going in every day thinking, what am I doing with my life? And then being able to not only do the dream job, but to do my artwork as well. It's been an up and down roller coaster. The joy I get is painting. So this is definitely the best part, for sure. The pros of what I do is working with footballers on a daily basis. My love for football is massive. I think the two players that stand out for me that I would love to work with is probably Erling Haaland at Man City, guaranteed to get pictures of him scoring goals. And then being a Chelsea boy, I have to say Cole Palmer, probably one of the best players in the world right now. Scoring for fun, makes it look easy. Yeah, I'd love to work with him.
You want to send them a message?
Cole Palmer collaboration 2025, let's go. Once the mock-up's been given the green light from the player and I start painting, it obviously doesn't look how the mock-up does, and you're kind of like, okay, is this going to come out how it's meant to? Just believing, and I guess the more you do it, the better you become. I gave a couple pairs of boots to Darwin Núñez and Marcus Rashford at very similar times. Darwin Núñez just wasn't scoring, he hit like this really bad patch, and all of a sudden he puts on these boots and he's scoring like backheel goals against Real Madrid, he's scoring like thunderbolts against Newcastle. Marcus Rashford then couldn't stop scoring when he was wearing them. So I had a lot of direct messages saying maybe your boots are giving them superpowers, which was, I laughed at it, but kind of just gone with it as well. So when it comes to the time of delivering to the player, I think that's where I get like the really big buzz. But of course, there's always a nervousness of, you know, meeting the player for the first time. Sometimes I'll get a message from a footballer and it might be that they want to meet on the day that they've just messaged. So it's just trying to schedule everything in. And, you know, I want to make them happy. I want to make sure that the opportunity is there for me to meet them in person. I have been working on a pair of boots for the last few weeks. We are on our way to drop them off to him. It's been a bit hectic because I was in my studio cracking on with other work and then get the text that he's available today. So we're on our way to meet him now. I love meeting the players in person. You know, I get to sit down with them and have like a normal conversation, get to know who they are on a personal level, and then also seeing their natural reaction to seeing the boots for the first time. You get those goosebumps feeling, you know, because you see their face light up. I've delivered boots to Darwin Núñez at his home and he kissed the boot and you knew it meant something to him. So that was a great feeling. So hopefully I get a similar response to these. I spend hours on end creating these and bringing their ideas to life. So when I get to see them open the box and get that smile and that reaction, it's just the best feeling. So he's just told me that he's inside, so off we go to get his reaction. Find out soon. His response was amazing. He's played for Chelsea Football Club, which is my boyhood club. So meeting him, seeing his reaction, he opens the box and you see his whole face light up. That's the best reaction I can ask for. A nice signed shirt for the collection. So that will be going on the wall, framed in my new flat. So very exciting. It's extra special to get a signed shirt from a player. It doesn't always happen, but I try to, the collection that I've made is over the years, and I like to have a shirt for each player that I've worked with, just so it's not only as a gift, but it's a memory for mine of the journey that I've been on as well. There's still massive goals for me to reach, but I'm proud of what I do, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. I think it was just taking that leap of faith, you know, leaving Nike, leaving retail and pursuing what I wanted to do. My biggest goal would be to create my own shoe. I would love to have that feeling of walking down the street and someone pointing to my shoe and saying, "What are you wearing?" And I'd be like, "It's my shoe." I think that would be the ultimate flex for me.